up, Metal from Metal Universe? I'm PJ Steven, that's Dennis Parker, and we're going to have a review of one of the coolest records that we've seen this year so far, and we're only in March! Judas Priest Firepower dropped March 9th, a couple of days ago, and it's one of the best records I've heard in a while.
Yeah, I don't think, even though it is early in the year, I don't think that there's any way at the end of the year when we do like an album, greatest album of the year review, that there's no way this one is not going to come up.
It's really good.
Right. I'm not saying it cannot be beat, but it's going to be in the running.
It's definitely going to be in the running for probably my favorite record of the year.
Right now, it is my favorite record.
It is my favorite record of the year, and it beat out my favorite record of last year, which was Accept's record, Rise of Chaos.
Right.
This beats it out, and it's a fantastic record. I fucking love it. So we're going to get right into the review. We're going to go set by set. Going to talk about the engineering and the mastering of the record. Going to talk about who mixed it up. And, of course, we're going to talk about the personnel on the record, which we know, of course, is Glenn Tipton, Rob Halford. Really good shit. I don't care what
as you're saying, Andy Sneap actually he produced Rise of Chaos by Accept.
Exactly, yeah.
So there you go.
So that's maybe why I love it.
He's going to be on tour with them with Judas Priest.
The first thing before we get to anything, I want to say check out the album cover. Look at that right there.
It's
like
awesome.
The fire going through, like the robot. I mean, it looks badass. It just,
you can't really tell. It just kind of looks like. I don't know what I think of. I think of like some Power Rangers Godzilla thing.
You know what I think of? I think of the Destroyer from Thor, the Marvel Comics.
There you go.
I think of the Destroyer, but just like roided up.
I think of just some giant fucking kill machine.
Yeah.
Just
like Ed 209 from RoboCop.
Yeah.
Stop. You are too close to the...
Yeah. I love it.
You have 15 minutes to drop your weapon.
It's definitely a classic-looking album.
Yeah, it is, and it sounds classic. All right, guys, so first track of the record is the title track, Firepower, which is what we're jamming to now. Right. Great title track. Just simple.
It's definitely one of the best songs on the album.
Yeah, really 80s sound. There's something I was talking about with my buddy Dustin. It's cool when you get like a classic band like this that can still make shit sound retro and like old school heavy metal, whereas some of these other bands that are trying to modernize things, it just doesn't work. And this is modernized to an extent, but it's still got that nice 80s thrash.
I think the production of it sounds modern, but the songs themselves sound very old school.
Yes, I can agree to that.
Yeah. Lightning Strike was the first single that was that we were introduced to, and so I like that because Lightning Strike was the first one, Firepower was the second one we heard, and they are just 1 and 2 respectively. You know what I mean? So that's cool that they just hit us hard.
Yeah, I agree.
In the very beginning.
And we heard like 15 seconds of Firepower when it was first coming out, but first,
tantalized us.
Like you said, like Lightning Strike was the first song.
Right, yeah.
And I love the first lyric, like I'll bring you the head of the demon. Like that's good shit. Really good shit.
Going to number 3 is Evil Never Dies. That is arguably my first or second favorite song.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I really like that one. I really do enjoy that song.
I like that.
Because we were talking earlier about how No Surrender maybe had been my favorite song, but at the same time, I'm not sure. I think actually Evil May Die. Evil Never Dies.
Evil Never Dies?
Yeah, maybe my favorite.
I like that. I do like that one. The next one is Never the Heroes. That one's really good.
That was the third song, I believe, that we heard.
Yeah, that's the third song we heard.
Before the album came out.
That one's really good. I like Never the Heroes. A lot of, and this is another thing too, not every song, not the whole album doesn't have like one concept. There's different concepts in there. I mean, there's songs about necromancy, there's songs about just blowing shit up, it sounds like.
Right.
Waiting for lightning to strike.
Yeah.
Like, good shit.
Yeah, bringing people back from the dead is pretty fucking metal.
That's metal. Yeah. Very metal. What is next? Oh, Necromancer, Speak of the Devil is next. Necromancer. Simple song, simple metal song. I mean, just, you can't, to me, there's not, well, we'll get to that later, but to me, there's not one bad song on the record. So Necromancer is another good one.
Children of the Sun after that one. I dig it.
Yeah, I do.
It's a good song.
It's no Children of the Damned.
No. But I mean, because they're Children of the Sun, so they're opposite of the Damned.
We've had Children of the Sea,
Children
and then Children of the Damned, and then Children of the Sun.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
How could there be so many children?
There's a lot of children out there.
That's a lot of children.
A lot of metal children. All right, then we got Guardians, which is just the instrumental, which is basically just the prelude.
Which
to
I gotta tell you this, my heart jumped for a second because I have Guardians Warlock, and I saw that song Guardians, was like, man, what the
what would you done if it was Guardians Warlock was one of their songs? They rip you off.
Yeah, they ripped me off.
They ripped you off, you know.
But I just would have been like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, we're just gonna pretend.
Yeah, but that one is it's a good intro. But
Get
I mean,
a little
it's,
piano intro. It reminds me of.
it's kind of a throwaway though. I mean, it's basically they could have really put Guardians as just the intro to Rising from Ruins,
which honestly. I love that. That's my second favorite off the record.
That's a really good song.
Rise Out of
That's
Ruins.
a really beautiful song. I like that.
Yeah,
one.
it is.
Yeah. Next we got Flamethrower, which is another. It's when they kick it up again.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good one.
It's good.
I like that
you know
one.
what it reminds me? It reminds me of Grinder from British Steel.
Yeah. We're gonna put you in a heavy metal grinder.
Yeah, looking for meat. Like it just reminds me of like.
That's from Priest Live '98. Those of you out there who had that.
Those of you. What is next here? Spectre. That one's pretty good too.
Yeah,
I still like it.
That's kind of just.
We heard Spectre too. They dropped Spectre before Never the
I don't
Heroes.
remember hearing that one.
Yeah, I do remember hearing it. No. I'm sorry, they dropped a smidgen of Spectre. That's what it was.
Okay, was it like one of those 15-second clips or something? Yeah, I don't remember that one. Then we got the Taylor's Gate.
Trader's Gate.
Taylor's Gate.
I'm at the Taylor's Gate. Can you fix my jacket?
I'm about to say the Taylor's Gate.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, Trader's Gate.
Trader's Gate. Oh, yeah, that one's good. I like that one. Mm-hmm. It reminds me of like some Judas shit, you know, like the Trader's Gate, you know, I don't know.
It's a cool song title anyway.
Yeah.
And then we got No Surrender, which I think is probably...
I think that's going to be the hit off the record.
For me, that's tied with, Evil Never Dies, about which one would be my favorite on there.
We'll get into that a little bit later, but I think that's going to be the single off the record because one, it's the shortest song off the record, and two, it's really good. It's very catchy too.
Yeah, it's just quick and to the point, which I like about it. And then we have Lone Wolf.
Yeah.
And that's just too... This is kind of where it falls off for me because honestly, for me, I was a little scared when I first heard this about how the album was going to be 14 songs long and almost an hour long, and I was just like, I think I'd probably rather just have like 9 really kick-ass songs, and it'd just be like 40 minutes long or something. But I mean, granted, I love the album, but I think we could have lived without the last 2 songs. Yeah, Lone Wolf and Sea of Red.
Yeah, Sea of Red's the final record.
Yeah, it kind of ends like on like kind of a ballad almost. Yeah. So I could have lived without the last 2 songs. They're not horrible or anything. They don't like make my ears want to bleed. But I think they just really could have just left them off there. Yeah. But this is definitely. How do you rank this with the Judas Priest album?
That was going to be the other thing I say. My favorite Judas Priest record is "Screaming for Vengeance," then it's "Painkiller," and then it's this record here.
Right, because my favorite has been "Painkiller" since the first day I heard it. That is just like a 5-star album. Like honestly, I don't think anything since "Painkiller" has probably been as good as Painkiller. Like
that is the very album, speed metal album.
Any album since Painkiller has been out has just honestly, every album since then has just tried to be as good as Painkiller.
Black Album.
I mean, but I think yes, Black Album is not nearly as good as Painkiller. Sorry, like nothing is really nearly as good as Painkiller in my opinion. Like it's just kind of the very pinnacle of heavy metal. It's like right up there with like Injustice for All in my opinion. So I gotta throw in that Metallica.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, but so I definitely think that because after Painkiller there was Jugulator, which I do kind of like.
I do like Jugulator.
I do like Jugulator. It's actually in my truck right now.
Demolition was next.
Demolition kind of fell off there. Then there was the live '98 Metal Meltdown with Ripper, which is actually probably my favorite.
I do like.
That's probably my favorite Judas Priest album of all time, even though it is a live album. Other than Painkiller, of course. And then there's Nostradamus, Redeemer of Souls was kind of... Nostradamus was just
I didn't like Nostradamus.
It's kind of overbloated.
That's my least favorite Priest album, to be honest. Yeah, but I liked Redeemer of Souls.
It was very overbloated. Nostradamus kind of reminded me of kind of like the direction that Iron Maiden is doing now, how Judas Priest tried to do that. Yeah. Have just like a long-winded kind of concept album.
But it
didn't really do it for me.
Only Maiden can do it.
Yeah, and then
But I am going to go ahead and admit, as a man, that this record is better than Maiden's latest record.
Absolutely.
I definitely. This is better than Book of Souls.
Yeah, this is definitely how I want. Definitely the direction I wanted Maiden to go in. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just give me some quick 5-minute kick-ass songs. You know what I mean?
Maiden, they're gonna be long, drawn out shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Maiden's just doing the 10-minute songs now.
Let me ask you this: what are some songs that you would like to hear from this record live?
Oh, I mean, I would love to hear No Surrender and Evil Never Dies. I would love to hear that, but at the same time, that's another thing I was thinking. Like, do you think any of these are going to be classics? Like, do you think 3 years from now they're still going to be playing any songs off of this?
I definitely think No Surrender. Because like I said, it's short, it's sweet, and it's catchy as fuck.
Right.
And maybe even Firepower. Because look at like when Slayer dropped World Painted Blood, they still put World Painted Blood in their... That record came out in 2010,
yeah.
I think. They're still putting that song in their set list.
Because I would love to hear Firepower over like Breaking the Law.
Yeah.
You know, even like, you know, Hellbent for Leather, any of that, like give me Firepower. Like I would rather hear that any day over those. But at the same time, I'm just not sure if it will be remembered as a classic or not. You know, I just don't know. Like, are they still going to play it? I hope they do.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the personnel on the record. I think that's something that everyone's been wanting to hear because KK Downing's not on the record. And from what we've heard, he wasn't asked to be, which I could have sworn Rob Halford thought or asked him, but that's okay. But who was on the record?
Glenn
of course,
Tipton.
Rob Halford, and of course, Glenn Tipton, who unfortunately has been diagnosed with Parkinson's, right?
Parkinson's.
So he won't be playing live, but he did do the guitar work on this record, and so that's really killer. All good shit. I'm gonna flip the record because I still want to listen to this record as we continue to talk.
We've got Richie Faulkner on guitars.
Right.
Ian Hill was on bass. Of course, like he's actually the only original founding member.
The only original.
The only original
and
founding
they used to
member.
treat him like shit too.
Yeah. Is that why they just make him stand in the background and just do the dun 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 dun? Like he just has one movement there. And then Scott Travis on drums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I as much as I would have liked to see KK Downing on there, if he's acting like a prick, I mean...
Fuck him. I mean, it sounded fine without. I mean, like
It
whatever.
did sound great without him.
Sound fine without him. You know, they're
exactly.
doing just fine.
We don't need him.
Yeah.
Either way, guys, this is a fantastic record. If you haven't gone out to get it, it's on digital download, of course, on Spotify. You know, all your major downloading spots. However, if you're like me and you want a physical copy, you can always get the record or the CD or whatever you need to get. I mean, I plan on seeing them live. Do you plan on seeing them live when they
come around?
When they tour?
They come anywhere within like a reasonable amount of distance. Sure.
Yeah, I'd love to see Priest live. Depends on who they have with them. But yeah, really killer shit, guys. I think we're gonna give it our pentagram rating now.
What do you want to rate it? I'm giving it 4 pentagrams out of 5. 4 satanic pentagrams out of 5. That's not.
I'll give it 4.
Yeah.
And only because that Lone Wolf feels like filler to me. It's still a good song,
but it's not a great song.
But it's not a great song.
Same with Sea of Red too. Like I really think they could have just cut those 2 out.
Really?
If they would have cut those 2 out, I probably would have given it 5 pentagrams out of 5.
Yeah.
But it's pretty damn
If they
good.
didn't put those 2 songs on there, would it be with Painkiller?
No, it's still not. It's still not Painkiller quality, but it's still a great album. You know.
Right.
But like I said, nothing will be as good as Painkiller.
Well, like you said, 4 little pentagrams on there for Judas Priest Firepower. And it does give some fucking firepower, man. I love listening to it. I'm going to continue to listen to it after we cut the cameras. I love this record.
I've been listening to it all day.
Yeah, I do love this record. Well, of course, guys, I'm PJ Steven. That's Dennis Parker. Join us next week. We'll give you another episode of Kick-Ass News. And we're going to keep reviewing the albums as they come out. Just whatever we feel that we want to throw up to you guys. So yeah, thank you guys very much, and again, go out and get Judas Priest Firepower. It kicks ass. That's coming from us, Metal for Metal. Thank you guys.